Let's see if that works. I don't know. It says we're live. It says we're live. Good morning. Guys, hopefully we're live here. This is what we are working. Good morning, everyone. Please do what you need to do. Just share this. I dare you, share it on your timeline. Someone will look at this. Someone. It only takes one person. Who's ever heard this expression that in life, if you impact positively the life of one person, that it's a life that it was worth leading, to have been a part of someone else's experience. I don't think there's anything better than being able to help other people. And I firmly believe that you, by sharing this, someone will look at this information and it will massively change their life. Let me, I'm not sure if we've got a problem with transmission. Who knows? But we're here now. That's a terrible image in the background. Blah, blah, blah. We're here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is it. This is day 5 of the most incredible week of your entire life, because it's all about procrastinating. And if you think about the difference between you and the person that you want to be, it's simply one thing. It's procrastination. It's the things that you put off. And that's why this is a ticket to greatness. You can print this off. It is a challenge, a 12-week challenge. Everyone loves a challenge. But the ingredients that we have to help you be successful in this 12-week challenge, just imagine this. How many people around the world would put a challenge together and then be there every single day to simplify the battlefield? Write that down. Simplify the battlefield. Write that down. What does that mean? Listen, this is a battlefield. You go out there in the world, it's a battlefield. To get to where it is that you want to go, to beat traffic, to achieve anything in life, it's a battlefield. If you're overweight, to lose weight, it's a battlefield. Why? Because everywhere you go, there's temptation. Every day now, I was in the motorway service station and I bought something. I bought a bottle of water, and the person, the last minute, there's all this temptation to eat the food that you really don't need to eat, that's full of sugar and full of nonsense. And at the last moment, the woman says, "Would you like one of these for £1?" And you look at them and you think, oh, they're only £1. Because you can quite clearly see they're like half price. And there's a part of the brain that goes, ooh, instantaneous. What steps in? The instantaneous gratification, the duck in our head that doesn't want you to do anything that it associates with difficulty. Does that make sense? I'm sure most of you have got your head around that right now. And you understand why that is. You understand that you at your best is simply you taking action, consistent action on a day-to-day basis. And we are changing the world. We are changing the world. You know why? Because you are. There is a dumbing down in the world today of people rising up. I remember hearing about this years ago and I thought it was nonsense. When people, it used to be much easier for people to protest about something they weren't happy about. But governments have made it increasingly difficult for people to do that. And I actually believe that the food that we eat, the technology that we're constantly around is making it more and more difficult for us to go, hello, you know what, I want more. I want to be more. I want to be happier. I want to be healthier. I want to be more productive. I want to leave a legacy, because inside all of us is a desire for us to do that. And if you think about it, we often go to school and we go into this pyramid of being at school where you kind of try and work your way up to be the best, but you'll never actually be the best because there's always someone better than you that's got a better grades than you and so on and so forth. And you learn to dumb down. You stop asking questions. You stop being curious. You just want to be like everyone else. If you want to be like everyone else, good luck. But ask yourself, of all the people you meet, ask the people, are you happy? Do you have in your life what you want? Have you had goals in your life that you've wanted to achieve but never achieved them? Ask people and see what comes back to you. And ask how many people will tell you, you know what, I am loving my life right now. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving who I'm becoming. Write this down, please. Write this down. You ready? That's like me. Write that down. You see, that's like me. A lot of people start this week, this is a great subject, procrastinating. I must watch this. Ooh, ooh. And they watch it. oh, I watch tomorrow. I'm not sure about tomorrow. I'm not sure about Thursday. Or, ooh, I could have watched the broadcast, but I didn't. That's okay, because the duck got involved, and you associate pain to doing this. Many of you associate pain to watching this at 7 o'clock, getting a pen out and taking notes. Some of you don't now because you've worked the part of your brain called the basal ganglia where you have developed this. This is what you do. Write that down. That's like me. Write that down. That's like me. That's like me. Write it down. This is a process like waking up, and you wake up and you wake up and you wake up. You keep waking up, you keep learning, you keep seeing things, keep getting better. Write this down. That's like me. If you want to be hard on yourself, be hard on yourself. I would do the opposite. I would love yourself. I'd wake up and go, that's like me. You know why, Bendel? This is like me. Thank you very much, all of you, because every time you do anything that is moving you in the direction that you want to go, every time you meditate, every time you eat well, every time you treat people well, every time you do anything that you know is making you proud, you should say to yourself, that's like me. Why would you want to do this? Because we want to encode a new identity inside your head. Because for many of you, the reason you procrastinate is you don't have an identity of the person that you want to be. You're just hoping every day that you feel in a certain way. I wish I felt like this. I wish I felt like that. I wish blah, blah, blah. Waiting for something to happen rather than, no. Don't wait to feel anything. Because what do we say, my 365ers? What is feeling like doing something got to do with anything? Feeling like going to the gym actually got to do with going to the gym. You don't wait to feel anything. You go to the gym to get the feeling. I didn't feel like, actually I did. I felt like meditating. I felt like doing my yoga this morning, and I did. And now I feel so much better because I went and took the inspiration. Isn't it amazing what we can do? That's like me. That's like me. Write that down. This is priceless. Just even saying that's like me. If you use this, you have an incredible opportunity. So what I'm going to do a quick recap of the week. Make sure you download this and spend some time working on what's my goal for the next 12 weeks. By the 23rd of September, many of you will come to the My 365 Summit, which we're excited to see many of you. If you haven't got your ticket, get your ticket. This is a game-changing event. Our goal is to bring all of you together, people who have achieved things and go, look what I did. I meditated every day for 12 weeks. Look what I did. I lost 12 pounds. Look what I did. I got more confident. Look what I did. 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 And celebrate what we did. Because human beings, we love to build. We love to create. We love to make things happen. And that is what this is all about. Right? You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, in, out, and you shake it all about. You do the okie dokie and you turn around. That's what it's all about. My 365 is the okie dokie. You put your left leg in, your left hand out, left in, you come in, you're all in. Every day you come in, you step in, you take notes, you make yourself a little bit better every single day. That's like me. That's like me. That's like me. You guys are incredible. You could be hard on yourself. Well, I could have done this. I could have done that. So what? That's yesterday. What about today? What have you done today to make yourself proud? Get yourself this, print it off, and go through it. Take some time. Then get in front of the camera. And even if you just get in front of the camera and don't even post it, keep it for yourself so you can remind yourself. But, you know, I dare all of you to get yourself up in front of the camera and say, look, this is me. I'm Pete Cohen. This is what I'm doing over the next 12 weeks. And this is why I'm doing it. And you know what? Why this is so important? Because for the next 12 weeks, I'm going to fuel this for you. I'm not only just going to be here every day, but boy, next week we're going to be looking at the science of achievement. Don't tell anyone you saw me drinking out of an Arsenal mug. But my God, this is the mug. I made coffee with coconut, butter, a couple of other things, one of them being almond butter. Yes, I know that might seem a little crazy to you. I'm sorry, I know my image today isn't very good. I think that's because other people are using their internet in the house, but here you go. My mum should be able to use it, so the picture's a bit better now. Right, are you ready for a summary? Who wants a summary? Here it is. This is what I'm asking you to do. Pete, you're asking me to do so many things. Listen, you know who Michael Phelps is? Michael Phelps. How many gold medals does Michael Phelps have? More gold medals than anyone else. I think I was told that for something like 9 years, he didn't have a day off, right? So the reality is you're an Olympic athlete of your life. So if you coach, I'm your coach who has worked with world-class athletes, is coaching you saying, hey, Pete Cohen, your coach, is suggesting you do a couple of things. Get this done. Work on something for 12 weeks. Print it off. Share it with a few people. A few people you know. Tell 10 people, hey, this is what I'm doing. See who supports you. It's fascinating. Call a few people you know and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. What do you think? See who goes, what's the point of that? And look who goes, can I help you? Can I support you? We need support. And you have My 365. You have a coach. You have a challenge, right? Everyone needs a challenge. We love to be challenged. You have a coach, you have a community. And with the community, you have a culture that supports you as you climb up the summit and get to where you want to go. And then we'll find where we're going to go next. It's a very, very exciting time. So I'm looking for a couple of videos from most of you, a video of what have you learned this week? What have you learned this week? What have you learned? The best way to learn is to obviously listen, make notes, but then share it. What have I learned? What have I achieved? What am I going to do with this information? And it might be what you're going to do with it is do this. What a great opportunity to do this and then use the stuff we've been sharing on things like procrastination to fast, quickly, amazingly. So let's do a quick summary of the week. Procrastination. What does it mean? I'm going to do two summaries, one for you guys on Instagram, which will be a minute. This will be a slightly longer summary. Procrastination. It comes from the word, a Latin word, to procrastinus, which means to put forwards until tomorrow. And many of us have been doing that all of our life. What is the key component of procrastination? Well, first off, it's a voluntary delay. It's not like going to the airport where the plane is cancelled. That's not something that you did. It's where you have the intention of doing something. Oh, I should really do that. Then you make a voluntary delay. You might feel a little bit of gratification. Oh, I'm not going to do that. It's going to be pain. But at the back of your mind, you feel worse off. Why? You feel worse off because you know that having done that would have been good for you. So why do we do what we do? It's a coping strategy. Procrastination is a coping strategy. Why? Because we don't want to do things that are painful. It's just part of the way that we're wired up. So it's a coping strategy. But what science shows, and this is fascinating, you put people in these MRI machines and you get them to think of something that they don't want to do. Pain receptors light up in the brain, which makes someone go, no, 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 no. But the pain goes away when they get started. So what do we have to do? Just get started, 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 just get started. And then when we've done that, just get started. Does that make sense to everybody here right now? Or have I frozen? I'm not sure if the broadcast is frozen, whether you guys can still hear me. Who knows? But I'm still here. Even if I'm talking to nobody, I talk to the garden. Look how amazing that garden is, hey? No, you're still here. Just get started, just get started. That's like meditation. When you meditate, what a great webinar last night. Who enjoyed our elite members? Woo! Off the chart. But what's really fascinating is your well-being gets fueled. Your well-being gets fueled every single time. It gets fueled every time you do that little thing that maybe you didn't want to do. Oh, that's good. And your duck actually likes it. Your duck that loves instant gratification, it also likes the feeling. You find when your duck is quiet, when you've done things that you didn't want to do. It's incredible. Woo woo! So what else do we need to know? If we need to really get into the feeling of completion. Get into the feeling of completion. And I would ask you to start thinking about the identity, who you want to be, and act like that person. Who's that like? That's like me. So every time you exercise, every time you drink water, every time you do the right thing in your life, what do you say to yourself? That is like me. That's it, guys. It's been an awesome week. It's time to go from procrastination to procrastination. I dare you to become Someone says, oh, I procrastinate. He said, I never procrastinate. I procrastinate. I take positive action to move me forwards. Guys, I'm asking you more than ever to show up and share. Show up and share. Show up and share. If you're meditating every day, share it. If you're, whatever you're doing, share it, share it, share it. The world needs you to do that. To be positive. Don't play small. As Nelson Mandela said, our biggest, it's not our light that I think we're just frightened of just how great you can, I think most of us are just, we don't want to see just how amazing we can be. Thank you so much for being here this week. So many of you are super consistent. If you're not consistent, well, become consistent. You know how much better you will feel by being consistent. Some of you I know I'm going to see on Sunday, which I'm super excited to see. And I can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to do a quick summary here for you Instagrammers to put out there. And see you at the summit. Next week, the science of achievement. Wow. You know how many things in my life that I've achieved? I've achieved a lot of things. A lot of people said that would never happen. But I've also helped so many people achieve so many things. And I'm going to unwrap all of that for you. I'm looking forward. I want to know what you guys have learned, what you have achieved, and what you're going to do with it. Keep it short, keep it simple. This week on procrastination, this is what I've learned, this is what I've achieved, and this is what I'm going to do with it. Don't play small. It's the one thing that your coach asks you to do every week. If you don't want to do it for whatever reason, then fine, at least write it down, at least tell a few people. This is where we start to ingrain some of this stuff into your brain. Okay, it's time for a quick summary. Goodbye, Instagrammers. Are you ready for a quick 1-minute summary? All of these summaries are on Instagram, by the way. Here we go. 1-minute summary starting from now. Okay, this is Pete Cohen. This is day 5 on the week that is procrastination, the week where I've challenged a lot of people to take on board the My 365 Summit Challenge to work on something for 12 weeks. Thank you to all of you that have been here. Procrastination, what is it? It's the art of putting things off. You have a duck in your head that loves instantaneous gratification. The way to conquer your duck is to understand that once you take action, you will feel better for having done it. We need to go from procrastinators to procrastinators. I want all of you to say this right now. That's like me. That's like me. And every time you behave in a way that you're proud of, every time you do something that you know is moving in the direction that you want to go, it's time for you to say, that's like me. Let's act like the people that we want to be. Let's stop playing it small. I'll see you guys next week for a whole week on the science of achievement. Take care. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That's like me. So when you do something that isn't like you, when you put things off, you go, that's not like me. When you eat too much, that's not like me. That's not like me. You know, when you moan and complain, that's not like me. This is like me. This is who I am. My identity. Thank you guys. I've loved this week. I'm sorry to say goodbye, but you know, I'll see you guys again very soon. Looking forward to seeing what you've learned, what you've achieved. Even if you haven't done this for weeks, don't worry about it. It's gone. What are you going to do now? Show it and share. It inspires others. It inspires me. Do you want to inspire me? Then share with me what you're learning, what you're achieving, what you're doing. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.